Hello, and welcome to the SAP Asset Intelligence Network. Collaborate to reduce costs and increase reliability. The agenda for this presentation includes Introduction to SAP AIN, Business Challenges Addressed, Business Value, and Target Customers. Agenda item number 1, Introduction. Welcome to the AIN sales briefing for the Asset Intelligence Network. The goal of this presentation is to give you the information you need to start selling this solution to your customers. Challenges in asset management. Assets are old, so they are not the same anymore. Over time, a lot of changes have been applied to the assets. This results in a lack of up-to-date and accurate asset information, undermining smart decision-making. Many employees are working in asset management. They are not equipped with the right collaboration tools needed in today's complex landscape. No systematic collaboration in place between operator, manufacturer, and service provider to capture the high amount of maintenance spent in the most efficient manner. There are no common standards to describe the assets in a consistent way. So the idea of Asset Intelligence Network is a global registry of industrial equipment built and shared between multiple parties used across the industry by all stakeholders. The shared information can be of any kind. The operators of that equipment can then use that information. They can replicate the information to the ERP systems, and they can also collaborate with each other. In addition, anyone who is interested in that information could be part of that network. For example, a regulator to check whether the inspection is properly performed, or insurance companies could check whether assets have been maintained. A service provider could also come into the game to provide maintenance and repair services, but also EPC. Construction companies doing the construction or the refurbishment of an asset. This will enable new collaborative business models, resulting in true operation excellence and be the future way. SAP Asset Intelligence Network will provide a global registry of industrial equipment built and shared between multiple business partners and used across the industry by all stakeholders. This will enable a new collaborative business models, resulting in true operational excellence. This is actually a cloud-based network based on SAP Cloud Platform. It is managed and operated by SAP on its data centers. As mentioned, manufacturers of the models can publish content into the network, but content could also be the manufacturers or service providers feeding back information. On top of that, we have various applications which we can leverage. So the network has 3 components. Applications provide access to business processes such as job instructions, announcements, equipment lookup, equipment obsolescence, and equipment performance improvement. Content ensures consistent equipment definition from design to deployment using templates based on ISO specifications. It also includes associated details such as structure, location, measurement points, and documentation support such as 2D and 3D drawings and attachments. All this runs on a secure network that allows for partners to collaborate and connect directly to their equipment and integrate to their ERP and other solutions such as predictive maintenance and service, Cloud for Service, and MES in the future. Today, most of our customers have physical assets defined into SAP maintenance system. So if a manufacturer has published into the network information about the equipment or the model, the operator could connect to that model either directly or through an equipment in an Assets Intelligence Network, which are the digital twins. Digital twins refer to computerized companies of physical assets that can be used for various purposes. They use data from sensors installed on physical objects to represent their near real-time status, working condition, or position. This could be an ideal case scenario where we have the manufacturer, the equipment, and in this example here, the transformers. The information published into the network, we have an equipment in the network based on that model and linking of that information to an ERP or S/4HANA system. It might be the case that the manufacturer or the operator of a particular equipment is not in the network. So ways to get the network up and running should be proposed to the customer that use Asset Intelligence Network. Here we see some examples. An installed base or an equipment portal. And one of the reasons that they might want to do that is because they have dispersed ERP systems and they want to have a consolidated view of all their equipment across the globe. In that case, they could upload the equipment from their maintenance system, be that the PM, CMMS, or any other. Another example is to use the same idea as in one, but also to give service provider access to that information. For example, we have a utility company that outsources the collection of the data of all their old equipment and feed that back in the network and then replaces it into PM system. And then the ideal situation where the manufacturers publish information of that equipment. We can link our AIN equipment to the model and make full use of the collaboration. Agenda item number 2, business challenges addressed. One of the primary issues operators are facing is the fact that their equipment systems of record have missing, outdated, and inaccurate equipment information. This leads to ineffective maintenance work, increased costs, and potential safety issues. Poor data also makes it impossible to compare equipment effectiveness across plants or even within a plant. Operators are challenged with the fact that every manufacturer has their own websites and information is difficult to find and is inconsistent from one manufacturer to the next. Getting that data into the operator's ERP is error-prone and time-consuming. This is further compounded as the number of plants increases and as manufacturers update information. Finally, there is no standard mechanism for operators to provide performance data to service providers and manufacturers to improve service and asset design. In particular, major challenges are equipment content in ERP is missing, outdated, and inaccurate. No consistency in creating and maintaining task lists, documents, bulletins across facilities, resulting in poor maintenance practices, increased parts cost, and reduced safety compliance. Equipment performance comparison is challenging. Ability to identify poorly performing equipment or implement effective maintenance strategies is difficult. Every manufacturer has its own portal, passwords, data formats, completeness of product information and services. Time and effort is wasted due to disparate systems. Master data management is manual. Error-prone and inconsistent master data management wastes money in both the short term and the long term. Communication with manufacturers and service providers is poor. Service and safety updates don't get to the right people, and feedback for improvement doesn't exist. Manufacturers are challenged with having to maintain multiple channels of communication with their customers and service providers. Existing channels don't provide a mechanism for tracking equipment and its operation, causing reduced asset reliability and potential loss of revenue from the sale of parts and services. Manufacturers have no way to efficiently notify the right business partners with the right content, such as recalls and service bulletin updates, leading to poor customer satisfaction and risking safety. In particular, major challenges here are establishing and maintaining an effective customer-centric portal can be difficult for manufacturers. Resources or expertise to maintain an e-commerce site are limited but necessary in the 21st century. Multiple channels and connections to support equipment owners and service providers. Separate systems for business partners is costly and inefficient. Maintaining connection to the equipment. Who is using it? Where is it? How is it being used? Loss of post-sale parts and service revenue opportunity. Getting operating information from customers or equipment via sensors. Required for performance improvement efforts or move to service-based business model. Informing the customer base with new information such as documentation updates and product enhancements. Challenges in reaching the right people often means lowered equipment reliability, increased warranty costs, and lowered customer satisfaction. Tracking whether service bulletins are processed, required for safety and warranty compliance. And the service providers are challenged with improving service while lowering costs. Because every manufacturer and operator has its own method of communication, it's difficult to maintain accurate and up-to-date equipment content such as maintenance instructions, service parts lists, and service bulletins from the manufacturer, and difficult to coordinate complex maintenance activities with operators. Service providers also lack insight into deployed equipment information such as location, performance, and repair history, resulting in poor customer service and increased costs. More specifically, every manufacturer and operator has multiple communication channels. Time and effort is wasted due to disparate systems. Communication with manufacturers and operators is poor, difficult to coordinate complex, multi-party maintenance activities with operator. Service and safety updates don't get to the right people, and feedback for improvement doesn't exist. Access to up-to-date maintenance plans, service bulletins, and safety plans is difficult. Service performance and profitability suffers. No access to equipment status, repair, and performance data. Lack of visibility results in reduced MTTR due to increased travel and parts costs. Difficulty providing proactive, predictive service offering to cost. Agenda item number 3, business value. To address those challenges, members join a single collaboration network managed by SAP, an independent third party. This network will act as a global registry of industrial assets built and shared by members using standardized templates maintained by SAP. Via the network, manufacturers can publish the model information and associated content to partner operators, ensuring consistency across their customer base. Throughout the model's lifespan, manufacturers will push alerts and other communications to the appropriate subscribers. Manufacturers can use real-time equipment data to gain operational insights and improve customer satisfaction. This equipment connectivity can lead to increased aftermarket sales and service revenue, and the ability to offer their products as a service as opposed to a capital expenditure. For service providers, streamlined communication means they have the most up-to-date information from both the manufacturer and operator to deliver exceptional customer service and explore additional business models. Operators want to standardize their asset management processes and benchmark their equipment's performance across their operations and ultimately against industry and manufacturers' averages. They need to make sure new and existing equipment has complete structural data, maintenance, and operating content, and that this information stays up to date and consistent across their organization. They need a way to combine this information with real-time usage and share it with relevant partners to maximize equipment availability and minimize safety issues. Summarizing, what is the Asset Intelligence Network? AIN is an independent network connecting manufacturers, service providers, and operators. By collaborating on equipment data, everything from model specifications and documentation to equipment usage and location, these business partners can maximize equipment availability, improve operational efficiency, and create new business models. Agenda item number 4, target customers. AIN is a cloud-based business network bringing together the following types of customers. Operators, large scale of companies of various industries that buy, own, and operate industrial assets. Manufacturers, industrial asset manufacturers that design, produce, sell, commission, and operate service industrial assets. Distributors and service providers, units that are operating close by the operators and serving them with sales and service around the respective manufacturer's assets. Here are some of the key decision makers in both areas, operators or service providers and manufacturers, and the messages we can deliver for each key role's responsibility area. So for operators and service providers, we can talk about decrease of search time for benefit of working time, higher levels of safety compliance, higher level of equipment effectiveness, higher quality and effectiveness of maintenance processes, significant IT simplifications, while for manufacturers, we can talk about better after-sales service and support, meaning more satisfied customers, faster time to market, significant cost reductions, better market visibility, build-in product improvement mechanisms, advantageous exploitation of product differentiation. But there are also other personas with challenges addressed by assets intelligence management, such as the design engineer in improving products, the reliability engineer in ensuring efficiency of equipment, the service technician in achieving his profitability, the system administrators in ensuring system security. There is a lot of opportunities in the area of AIN for partners. Partners can develop apps on top of the network, either for a specific customer or for selling it potentially over the network. Partners can also deliver implementation services for Assets Intelligence Network, setting up models, equipment of the attribute information. They can also deliver S/4HANA or plant maintenance integration services, either in terms of consulting or of development. Thank you for listening, to the SAP Asset Intelligence Network, collaborate to reduce costs and increase reliability.